Amber ain't nowhere to be found.
Oh, kid's tiny.
3 and 6.
Just watching Mario and they're by themselves.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Hello.
Are you Amber?
Yes.
Okay.
A 6-year-old calls 911. 2 children, alone. 1 babysitter, walking distance away. And a constitutional issue the deputies may not have seen coming.
What are we doing?
I had to run to the mailbox.
Where's the mailbox?
Right there. But my key wasn't working. Because she usually...
Yeah, we
She
just
usually
no,
checks
let's
the
stop,
thing.
let's stop for a minute. You weren't at the mailbox. Okay, we've been in the neighborhood for like 15.
What happened? Who called?
Listen to me for a minute, okay? We've been in the neighborhood for 15 or 20 minutes. You ain't at the mailbox.
I really did go
Okay,
check the mail.
okay, you
And
might
then-
have
Okay, I went to the
initially,
store.
and then where did we go?
And then she called me and I came right back.
Okay, what store did you go to?
Right there at the gas
I don't know what
station.
store you're talking about right
I
now.
know, no, I'm not from here. We just moved here, sir.
Okay, where do you move here from?
South Carolina.
Okay, what are the laws in South Carolina? You allowed to leave a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old home alone?
No,
You're not?
I'm not.
Okay, so you know better, right?
Yes.
That's unbelievable. And then you hang up on my deputy?
I didn't mean to. The thing lost me. And then it said no caller ID, so I was like, who is this?
Okay.
But yeah, that's my license. Their mom is on the way.
I'm just curious of your thought process. I've got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old sitting inside and said somebody shot at their mom. Okay, hence, 5 deputies here.
Okay.
And there ain't an adult to be found.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know he was going to call and say that they shot
I don't
at their
care.
mom.
I mean,
I know,
come on.
I'm wrong.
Give me a minute, okay? You can hang tight. Hey, I'm hot about this. If it's a felony, I mean, she's free to go to jail. How old's your daughter, man?
She's 11.
Huh?
She's 11.
Okay, here's your ID. Give us a couple minutes, okay? You can hang tight right there for a minute.
You said I can't?
Yeah, that's fine. How far away is mom?
Coming from Rivertown.
I got you.
How do you take your 11-year-old but leave
I think she needs to go to jail, bro. It's a felony. If she was gone from the time she came in to now, it's been 30 minutes. I have no idea how long. Huh?
Her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to mention she's going to hang up on you and then lie to everybody when she gets here. I mean,
She didn't know, so she had to come up with the mail in her hand, too.
yeah, no.
On purpose.
Hey,
You guys want the mailbox is at the front of the neighborhood.
I personally think she needs to go to jail. I mean, it's...
Child neglect?
Yeah, I mean, it's a felony. So...
Don't really necessarily want to do it in front of daughter, so...
No, and I don't disagree with that. But...
Take her car to interview her.
Yeah.
I'll see if she wants to give me a sworn statement.
Okay. Yeah, we can go that route. I mean, she's already done lied to us a couple times.
Probably going to be my mom.
I need to... Can I see the remote?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I think he's comparing himself. Okay.
This is crazy.
You're willing to give a sworn audio statement now?
Do I have to?
I'm just asking you yes or no.
That's fine, sir.
Florida Statute Section 827.03, subsection 2, Delta defines child neglect as a caregiver's failure to provide supervision necessary to maintain a child's health. Caregiver includes any person responsible for a child's welfare, not only parents. Scott agreed to watch the children. That agreement is a legal transfer of duty. No prior history of neglect is required. No injury is required. A single incident creating substantial risk is sufficient. Florida sets no minimum age for leaving children alone. Courts assess whether the arrangement was appropriate for the child's capacity. A 3-year-old cannot manage an emergency. The 911 call proves the risk was real.
Today's date is January 20th, 2024. The time is 11:29 a.m. I'm Deputy Claussen from St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. Law enforcement deputy conducting criminal investigation. This interview is being conducted at... I'm interviewing Amber Scott, right? Persons present in this interview are myself, Amber, and Deputy Miranda. Before we get started, I'd like to confirm this statement is a voluntary statement that no one is threatening you, coerced you, or induced you to give a statement. Is that correct?
Yeah. If I don't, like, am I gonna go to jail or something?
Not saying. I'm just trying to get your side of what happened.
Yeah, I went to check the mailbox and I was headed to the store. And as soon as I left, I even have the thing. It was like alarm activity detected. Kendra called me and said the police are at the house. Please turn around. And
I still
came
got
back.
to ask you some things, okay? At this time, I'd like to place you under oath. This will be a sworn recorded interview taken by a law enforcement deputy pursuant to Florida State Statute 117.10. Please raise your right hand. Will you swear and affirm the statement you're about to give will be truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, put your hand down. Can you please state your full name and date of birth?
Amber Scott.
So right now we're doing an investigation, okay? So right now it could be child neglect just because the 6-year-old and 3-year-old left alone by themselves, okay? So I got to ask you a series of questions. I got to read you something, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court. You have the right to talk to the lawyer for advice before you ask any questions. You have them with you during questioning. Do not afford the lawyer. One will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer any questions without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering any time. You also have the right to stop answering any time until you talk to the lawyer. You understand each of these rights I'll explain to you? With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
I guess it's going to keep me out of jail.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not whether or not it keeps you out of jail. I just need to ask you a few questions.
Gary,
Are you good to talk to me?
I'm just kind of like crazy.
Okay. But I need a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're here because 3-year-old did in the process of doing that, she said something about a gun and possibly shooting her mother or something like that. So that's why we came here. That's why there's a lot of us here. When we got here, the 6-year-old opened the door. We checked the house. It was just him and her in there. Originally, what time did their mom leave today?
Baseball, her son,
Okay.
so she left at like 9:30, 10, I want to
9:30,
say, something like that.
Okay. And that, were you just planning on staying there to watch the rest of the kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I didn't want them to come out in the cold because it's cold, so I went to check the mailbox. And I was headed to the store, and then Kendra said, "Hey, the police are at out the house. I need you to turn around and go."
So
back
were
to
you
the
already on
house."
210 when she called you?
210, yes, sir.
So by the pilot or past the TA, where we?
On 210, but further down on the left-hand side to that gas station. And then she called and she said, "Hey, Amber, the police is at the door. Can you turn around?"
So when I called you, why'd you say you were at the mailbox? Because she called you before I called you.
Yeah, she did call me before.
So why'd you tell me you were at the mailbox?
Because I guess it sounded better. But I did go to the mailbox. But yeah.
Now the procedural issue, and it belongs to the deputies. Deputy Claussen initiates a sworn recorded interview under Florida Statute, Section 117.10, which authorizes law enforcement to administer oaths during official duties. Any false statement carries perjury exposure under Section 837.02. The problem: substantive questioning began before Miranda warnings were delivered. Miranda applies to custodial interrogation. Custody is assessed under Berkemer versus McCarty, decided in 1984. Would a reasonable person feel free to leave? Scott had taken a sworn oath. 5 deputies were present. A criminal investigation was explicitly disclosed. This was custody. The controlling case is Missouri versus Seibert, decided in 2004. The Supreme Court held that questioning before Miranda, then Mirandizing mid-interview, taints all post-warning statements if the sequence was deliberate. Scott answered under oath before her rights were read. A defense attorney suppresses that entire interview on day 1. Scott's waiver adds a second vulnerability. She asked, "I guess it's going to keep me out of jail?" Under Colorado versus Connelly, decided in 1986, a valid waiver must be voluntary, knowing, and intelligent. A suspect who believes cooperation prevents arrest has not made a fully informed waiver.
Earlier.
Yeah, I
You see
did.
what I mean? But when I called you, you said you're at the mailbox, and then the next thing I know, you hung up on me. Okay, so that's why we have concerns. So that leads me to believe that my sergeant, my supervisor, other deputies, whatever, you weren't by the mailbox. So the other thing, if you're gonna get mail, you have an 11-year-old daughter, right?
She should have stayed with
She could have. right? Could have stayed with them because she's older. She knows not to open doors for people or anything like that. Has a phone, so why didn't you just let your 11-year-old daughter stay there?
Stay with them because we was looking for a package.
And because heaven forbid, 6-year-old, 3-year-old, they do something, they get into
Next time she got to take them with her. I can't. No, it's not. They're not even my kids, but she got to take them with her next time.
So she just asked you this morning if you could watch them while she goes?
Yeah, something like that. She went upstairs. She left. I came downstairs. They was watching Coco Melon on the TV.
Doctor.
Yeah.
There was communication where.
Yeah, I told her I'm leaving out to check the mailbox right quick, please. I'm not sure if you guys heard
Off
when you came.
Like
so when I left, I said, "Hey, I'm leaving."
But no,
and it wasn't supposed to be like that long. It was supposed to be
I know. It doesn't take that long for heaven forbid something happens to them, someone breaks in, or someone does something else. Well, you said she was gone when you left today, but there was communication where just for you to watch it until she got back with her son practice.
Yeah, and then I said I'm going out right quick. And then she put. I got a notification on my phone that said critical, and that's when she called and said, "Hey, the police are here."
Okay. So that's where our issue is right there. Okay, so that's my issue and everything like that. And we got a job to do and everything. So what we're looking at right now is child neglect. Okay. And unfortunately, even though you're not their kids, you were in charge of them while their mom's gone for watching and everything like that. Because heaven forbid, say it was the other way around, you got a 63-year-old, how would you feel if you left, or if that person left and left them alone and all the cops are here and everything?
But she knew that I left, but okay.
But
I get what you're saying. It's on me.
She's away and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you think you had right now?
No, sir. That's it.
All right. At this time, I'd like to conclude the interview. It's 11:35.
Thank you.
All right. Do you have any family in the area?
No.
All right. So unfortunately, you have to go with me. Child neglect. Okay. It falls on you. Are you okay with her just watching your daughter?
Yeah, can I talk to her, please?
Talk to your daughter?
Kendra.
Yeah, over here. What I don't want to
And
do.
my daughter.
What I don't want to do is.
I got to give her my debit card so I can get bailed out and
Okay.
stuff.
What I don't want to do is, because you're doing handcuffs, but you're going to be compliant with me?
Yeah.
You've been fine with me. I can put the handcuffs in the front. Do you want her to talk to you?
Yeah,
real
tell her.
quick right now?
Yeah. Come on, Kendra. I'm going to jail.
Are you serious?
It's okay.
No.
Look, you got to find my TD.
Are you the boss?
It's up, Kendra. Just calm down. You got to find my TD bank card. You got to bail me out.
You're really going to take her to jail?
Yes, ma'am.
They're my kids.
And it wasn't on.
They're my kids. Are you the
How are
boss?
you?
You're taking her to jail over my kids.
I need your ID, ma'am. Do you want to talk to your daughter before or no?
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Right here, ma'am. Just tell her to come out. Where'd she go?
She went in the house.
You want to go tell her to come out real quick?
So, who's the boss? You are?
I'm the one working this call.
Hey,
My boss is over there.
maybe just take me. They're my children. They're not her kids. They're mine. I chose it was 30 degrees. That's why I did not take them with me to my son's practice.
Like I told you, I just ran up to the mailbox into the store.
Yeah,
I told her to put the on.
It still falls on you because.
But they're
you were here
my
with the
kids. Can you just take me instead? She has a lot. Sir, can you take me instead? Are you serious? Sir, Kendra, calm down.
Go back over there.
Kendra, please calm down, okay? Calm down, Kendra. Calm down. You guys are serious? Why not take me instead?
Kendra.
She was in charge.
But they're my kids. I'm in charge of my kids. I should have put them in the car. It's my fault. Just take me.
Well, when you left, she knew that she was responsible for him, man.
But they're my children.
No, but she was responsible for them at the
Hey,
time.
I will be responsible for them.
But she was at the time. I understand that they're your kids. I get that.
You gotta call my job too.
What's in your closet?
Money.
want her to have the money?
Get the money, Kendra.
Where's it at?
In this pocket.
This is. You guys are taking her to jail over my kids
That she was in charge of.
that I'm in charge of.
But you weren't home. She was, and she was in charge.
I'm in charge of my kids. Why can't you just take me if you got to take somebody?
She was in charge of
I
the
will go.
kids.
I will go to jail.
That's not what we're gonna do.
So you guys are gonna take the person that goes to work instead of taking me. I don't work. You could have took me. You're not gonna take me.
She was the one in charge of the kids, though. I've told you that 3 or 4
Yeah,
times.
but they're my children.
Scott was charged with child neglect and sentenced to 3 years probation. Without great bodily harm, this is a third-degree felony. Maximum 5 years, $5,000 fine. The court weighed no prior history, no injury, and her on-camera admission of fault. Grades. The deputies receive a B+. Composure throughout a 13-minute emotional encounter, clear legal explanation, and appropriate discretion in arrest procedure, all commendable. But sworn questioning before Miranda is a Seibert error. The correct sequence is Miranda first, every time. That costs them the higher grade. Amber Scott receives a C+. She accepted responsibility and did not resist both legally and personally significant. But the underlying act created sufficient statutory risk, and agreeing to a sworn statement without counsel was a costly legal error. The Fifth Amendment exists for exactly this moment. 3 takeaways. For law enforcement, Miranda precedes the oath, not the other way around. Seibert makes this a suppression issue, not a formality. For caregivers, a verbal agreement to watch children is full legal caregiver duty. Intended to be brief does not mean legally brief. For anyone under investigation, invoke counsel before any statement. Cooperation without representation only narrows your defense. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for more police interaction and courtroom content.